Hey, fellow ishies. I have an amalgamation of words for you today, and some of them might be surprising. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go actually back to England. I know this was supposed to be American English, but we're going to go back to England because I found some stuff in a book. I have been buying books on English and language and everyday expressions. So as you can see in the back, yeah, that's just one of 3 doubly loaded bookshelves, stacks of books. Yeah, anyways. So I found this book called Thou Improper, Thou Uncommon Noun. And it is an etymology of words that were once names. And I've talked before how we have names now that have actually become insults. So we have nouns that became names, names that have become nouns, or adjectives, I guess, descriptors. And most of us probably know that at one point, surnames were actually developed from a person's profession. So you have, Cooper, Smith, Baker. Those names were based on the person's profession. You have names that were like descriptive of where the person lived, like Hill or Brooks, meant they lived by a brook. So today I have a few words for you and a phrase that I think we should bring back just because it's fun to say. So the first word I have is Kilkenny cat, and that is a popular simile for a voracious or desperate animal or person. I think as midterms get closer, we're going to see a lot more Kilkenny cats. And then as 2028 elections come up, we're probably going to be overrun with Kilkenny cats. The next word or phrase is to chuck a jolly. It sounds like that might be kind of a little bit. A jolly is a word or a word of praise or a favorable notice. So to chuck a jolly is to give a shout out or a good word. I just think it's fun to say. It is kind of happy, sounds kind of happy. The next word is Coxy Loxy, and it means a good-tempered drunk. That comes from the region of Norfolk, not Virginia, England. And the last couple of words are going to blow your mind, I think, once you put them together. So most people know that Don is a Spanish word, and you think of like Don Corleone. I always thought of it as like a master or a boss or like the property owner, the guy in charge. And it actually is very similar to that. And it means a clever fellow or a person of distinction in his life or his walk. That makes sense, right? So you have the name Don, not like Donald. I always think of, obviously Don is short for Donald, but I always think of Don, okay? That could be a clever fellow. And the last word I've always associated with card game, and that's the word trump. Like somebody in a card game, I think it's euchre, I'm not a card person, where somebody has trump, or they're playing trump, or something like that. That's why I always thought it was a card name. But apparently, trump is a good fellow, a jolly or good-natured person. A trump would be somebody that would chuck a jolly, right? So when you put those together, you have a clever fellow, a clever or jolly good-natured fellow in the name Don Trump. Yes, let me know in the comments if that blows your mind. I'm just putting this out there. I'm not saying it has any bearing on anything else. I am not sure of the origin of the last name of Trump. These words come from a book that were street slang from the 1600s to the 1800s. So just an interesting thing. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comments. Should we bring back the phrase chuck a jolly? If you like this kind of content, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.